How you doing, everybody? This is the Boucher family. I'm Dad, and this is Nene, and this is Mother, the mother of all. And today we are talking about, we have a post on our website called We Have Company. And I wasn't in this situations, nor I wish I was it. You know what I'm saying? But these two ladies were on a vacation, and it didn't go as quite as pleasant as they wanted. So today, my ladies are talking about their experience with negative people in your crowd, and how they truly felt, and what you can, like, at the end of the day, do about it. So Nene, how do you feel being, a child in a circumstance where somebody's being negative and being really self-centered in your group?
And rude.
Felt bored and frustrated
Mm-hmm.
because they were taking forever and I couldn't just walk off because I was only 5. So
Yeah.
and if I did, this woman right here would have yelled at me and given me a spanking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Likely. What else did you feel?
Sad because they took up half of our time so that we couldn't ride.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm a non-rider, but still.
Yeah.
I could ride the kid rides.
Yeah.
Just say I'm like under the age. Like say I'm 3, but I'm actually 5.
So that's her perspective on it, is like from a kid's point of view. How I personally felt about it, I was really disgusted in the vacation with that, just because it's like you pay money to go on vacation, and a lot of things that you do buy are non-refundable. So it's not like you can get your money back and be, okay, well, since they're arguing, I'm going to do something else. You plan things in advance, so like plane tickets, theme park tickets, things like that. And even like for the hotel, that they're not, like even like with the hotel that we stay at, the Shades of Green, you can only cancel within 30 days of your arrival. So if we've already been there, you can't cancel. So you're stuck in a close proximity place with these people, and it really kind of just puts a funk on the vacation because you're trying not to step on their toes, and you're hoping that they don't step on your toes. You're trying to explain how you feel without personally getting into their argument or their discomfort or what they're not happy about. And so then also you don't want to create more tension for yourself. Like I said in my post, 9 out of 10 I can tell you the good things, but 9 out of 10 I'm going to tell you the bad things that happen. And I even had one where even a person was not there and she still messed up a vacation of like, being on the phone, screaming, yelling, arguing, things like that, where it was just like, wow, this is just a bit much. So like I said, if you are going to plan and go in big groups, you really want to make sure that these are people that you actually want to go with, that you can actually, like, I know it's mean to say that you can stand being around. If it's someone that you really don't get along with, this is probably not a good idea. Just because you are waiting in lines at the theme park, sometimes you can be waiting between 45 minutes to 4 hours. So if you really can't stand them, then like that's going to really like press it a little bit more. Having an understanding amongst everyone in your group, knowing that how people want to be speak to. No offense, my fiance, he's deaf. So when we do the navigations, it sounds to my dad that I'm screaming at him, but I'm just trying to be louder than what's going on in the car so that he can actually hear where he needs to turn and how many, but to my dad, it seems like I'm screaming at him, I'm yelling at him, and it's just like, no, I'm yelling over the kids. I'm yelling over.
She's just talking.
I'm talking over everyone so that he can hear me. So it's also like how people want to be talked to, and how they know that you won't offend them. Some people are non-talkers, so sometimes even looks can be offensive to people if you really don't hang out with them that much. Mm-hmm. Even with like parenting, if you go with people and different kids, people parent different.
Right.
So I'm one of those moms that when we're on vacation, I pretty much give you enough room to maneuver through with, but you can't cross a certain line of where I can't see you. Some parents are okay with like their kids being 20 feet, even 30 feet in front of them. That's not comfortable with me. I am not one of those parents who like to have to like make everybody sit and wait till one person's done doing something. So like, no offense, if all the girls have to go to the bathroom,
we're taking a potty break.
We're taking all the girls to the potty, and the men can go to, let's just say, like the Transformers ride. Okay, we'll meet you over there. We're not going to make all the gentlemen stand in front of the women's bathroom for all the women to come out. You can go to the Transformers ride, see how long the wait is, and then we can meet you over there, and then we can park strollers, park jazzies, and get in line. But some people don't do that. Some people like for you to wait and stay in the group.
Selfish.
Another thing that I personally don't like to do, I like to eat at the theme park. I don't want to carry anything extra in my hands besides a stroller and have my hands free for my kids. Some people want to bring like actual meals to the theme park. That's not me. That any little thing can cause a fight with just being in close proximities. So you really have to think about it and really talk and really try to work out most of your kinks. Like even little things, like we are a family who sleeps with the TV on. If we room with someone who doesn't, that can be a very iffy thing.
Mm-hmm. And plus, like at the end of the day, we take one vacation as a big family, and it is a pricey vacation in which, we're fine with. But at the end of the day, if we're bringing somebody negative, and we have to really think about, am I really spending $10,000 for 7-8 days, and I'm hearing you complain the whole time? That's not, like me personally, that's not gonna happen at all. I didn't budget, planned, buy tickets, wait a whole year to use my PTO for somebody to be negative and self-centered the whole time. Because at the end of the day, that's, even though it's about the kids, it's also about us being as parents, having an outlet from all of our stress as working and being a parent, full-time, taking the kids all the time. But to be honest, if you're really going in a group, please plan accordingly, because like my fiance was saying, if you can't talk to them on the phone more than 30 minutes, like I'm just saying 30 minutes, I'm just using that as an example, then maybe they shouldn't be coming at all. Like if you can't have a genuine conversation at all, or like not even like, if you can't even laugh at the person, I'm sorry, I'm questionable. Like I'm not spending $10,000 for you to look at me up and down like I have a problem. But
and another thing that you also have to be considerate of too, just not with adults, kids can get funky too. Mm-hmm. And some, like to be honest, some kids get funky because you can almost do a 12-hour day. You really can. Mm-hmm. Kids get tired. Kids are ready to go home. Kids are ready to lay down. Kids are either hungry. Kids are in their emotions. And so if you don't have an understanding of even the other child, your feelings can get hurt. It can even cause the parents to fight. Sometimes kids get homesick too if they're not with their parents. Right. So sometimes that becomes a little bit of an issue, like because you're trying to console them and make sure that they feel comfortable. But you can also be tired. You can be like, okay, I'm ready to go to bed now. I probably don't want to deal with this right now. Some kids not even budgeting their money correctly. This has even happened with me and my older brother when we were kids. Mm-hmm. We used to get $25 a day, and sometimes I wouldn't even buy anything, and my brother would probably buy something. And then when it was like the last day, I had all the money. He didn't have any money. And then sometimes he'd be upset that I was buying things and he couldn't buy things. So just even like budgeting money with kids is something that's really hard sometimes for them. And that can even make you be in your emotions because you don't want to make them feel left out. But sometimes you're even stretched to your dime, mm-hmm. So you plan on how much you're going to spend, how much you don't want to spend. Sometimes you even highball it and you go higher than what you are going to spend, but it doesn't mean you want to spend that whole amount there. So just not adults. Kids can be frustrating. Kids can be testy. Kids can have mouths on them. Kids can say what they're not going to do. Yeah, kids will always be kids, and we've been kids.
That happened this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it did happen this year.
Yes, it did.
Even sometimes with her, during the nighttime, she's antsy and she's ready to go back and she starts almost crying. And it's like, if you don't know her, you would think she looks like a spoiled little brat. But it's like, she's tired, she's ready to
go eat some food and go to sleep.
and like the newest thing that we do is that we take the shuttle, so we don't drive anymore to the theme park. The only theme park we drive to is Universal Studios. So sometimes even them waiting for the shuttle is very frustrating. Mm-hmm. Especially like in the shuttle, there's only 2 jazzies that can go at a time.
Right.
So sometimes their little attitude, if like I said, if you're not really on good terms, their attitude can spread over, and then you and the other adult who may be with you can start arguing because they think your kid's being mean, that your kid's being rude, that your kid has no respect. And it's like, no, she's just tired, she's in her emotions. And that's one thing that try to give your kids a break with, though, too, because you will be up no later than 11, even at your latest 11, and then you probably will not get home to about almost midnight either.
And then bed about at least 1.
And
then you're up back at 7,
Yeah.
8 o'clock to get back to the park.
So they have fun, but they are going to be very pushing it. And it's like you have to kind of know your kid, though, too, on what makes them, why they're tired and what's tickering them out. That's why I still think it's great to still have a stroller from 0 to about 8, even almost about 10, depending on their weight, just because you're not going to want to hold them. Sometimes when it's like closing time, there's massive groups coming out, so you don't even want to lose them. Sometimes that can be frustrating too with other people, that some people are claustrophobic, and sometimes they didn't know that there was going to be this many people at Disney World. So there's a number of things that play into it. So that's why if you're really thinking about going in a big group, that you really need to talk to everyone, make sure how everyone feels, and that you get a better understanding on both parties. Otherwise, you'll have a vacation where you'll probably feel like crap. And the other people probably feel like crap, or it's not something that you really like to talk about, or it's not something that you feel good about, because it's just not very good memories.
And plus, like, if you have attitude, it usually, like, just rubs on everybody. Like, I'm sorry, I'm a loud person. So when, like, we're trying to go to sleep and stuff like that, my energy will rub off onto my kids, and they'll amp even more. But you really have to think about who's in your group and how they really act when they're by themselves, if that makes sense.
You have anything to say, Nee?
Over here making mouth.
I know, over here playing. How do you feel, though, like, overall? Like, do you like going in smaller groups or big groups?
Smaller groups.
Why smaller groups?
Because then you have more money to spend.
True.
Which is true. Which is true.
For the non-rider, she wants some more money to herself to spend. All right, well, that's all we have today we have company. So hopefully that does give you a little more advice about taking people, friends, families, co-workers maybe, whoever it may be, what to plan on a vacation, because like I said, 9 out of 10, it is non-refundable. So you want to go and have a great time. If you would like to subscribe, please subscribe and click for the notifications so that you can get those as well.
Comment.
Comment.
Yeah.
All right.
Comment.
Bye.
See you later.